Hello, and welcome back to Us talking about a game every day for most of May. Today we're talking about a game starting with R. R for
The Ratchet & Clank series. Were you aware? Video games are actually technology. That's something I didn't quite understand until the Ratchet & Clank games helped me realize this. Prior to these games, video games were just bought and used. They could make you laugh, make you cry, or look incredible on a shelf, much like a book or the Hyper Light Drifter Collector's Edition vinyl soundtrack. But games are actually exceptionally complicated pieces of technology that usually take dozens of people years of careful, focused, delicate work to make. I very clearly remember playing Ratchet & Clank Going Commando and seeing Clank walk around on a spherical moon for the first time. The rest of the game was Ratchet running around levels with similarly flat horizons, like every other 3D platformer at the time. But when Clank was on that moon, something flipped over in my brain and made me realize what I was currently seeing was new. I had never actually seen this before, which means the people who made this game had never seen this before, which means they made something we hadn't seen before, which means they had to think of something people hadn't seen before and work to make that never before seen thing a reality. They have now changed the world in whatever small way.
This was the first series of non-Nintendo platformer games I remember playing. The first real non-Nintendo games I played, really. We were a Nintendo house for most of our younger lives. Then the PS2 fell into our hands, as did the first 3 Ratchet & Clank games. Not only were these experiences challenges to my notions of what games are to me, but this was a developer outside of Nintendo's sphere that could make my eyes wide, my mouth gape, and my brain go, "Wow, that was awesome! Nothing will top this!"
Is it because of the guns?
Maybe. It's also the sections of levels that use the grind rails with all these extraterrestrial futuristic civilizations that occupy the screen. The areas where you use the magnet shoes, walk upside down, rotate around platforms, and gravity feels like it shifts. The different alien species you meet, talk to, and destroy with the dozens and dozens of guns and gadgets that each game gently allows you to break the world with. Each one crafted with such finesse and intrigue to make the most effects on screen, make enemies feel the most pain, and help you collect the most bolts, the bouncer, the pyrocitor, the liquid nitrogen gun. Even the not as superior future games have enticing and memorable weapons such as... Then at the end of the day, after blasting everything in sight, beating it to death with your wrench, and feeling the muddy rip and tear of the many enemies in the series, you can hunt down the gold bolts in each game. Most have a different form, being silver, platinum, or others, but still huntable. You can also try for skill points, which unlock new cheats in these games like big head mode, new money textures, or other stuff. These games are excellent examples of the perfect mix between the specifically crafted platforming of any top-tier Nintendo game, weapons that make your teeth dance, unlockables that are both fun and challenging to search for, and stretching the limits of what gaming can be. These take place in space. Space! Anything can happen in space, and these games know it. I love them. Yes, even that one.
James is blasting things again, so we'll leave him alone. What game starting with R do you hold near and dear to your heart? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you soon for S.